Do not mind the mess on the desk, obviously. I do not know if the stereo mics on my phone will be able to pick up the soundstage or the imaging as well as I'd like it to, but that's okay. As of right now, I do have a very decent EQ on the speakers. Very nice. And if you're pointing out the fact that the bookshelf speakers are sideways, while yes, this is a little bit of a downside, it's not. At the same time, just as long as you have all of the drivers correctly aligned like that. These are aimed slightly up to get rid of the directional issues and to allow for me to sit a little bit higher. And so they can be angled up. So when I'm standing up in the back of the room, I can just listen and it sounds perfectly fine. But I do have the tweeters in the middle. Anyways, this video is a demo of how the system sounds. And if you're wondering exactly what kind of equipment I'm using, this is a Pioneer VSX80. I do not have any of the DSP options enabled other than the crossover to the sub amp. And as you can hear, I have done a fan mod on the amp, so it's dead quiet. And then I have my PC right here running all the DSP, EQ, whatever else. That's it. And then there's the main PC. This one's for music, blah, blah, blah. Let's get on with this shit. Anyways, this is Heat of the Moon by ELIZA? I think that's how you pronounce it, but okay. Okay, so some key changes that are going to be made to the room are the curtains are going to be swapped out for acoustic curtains, whatever they're called. They are blackout curtains, but they also serve acoustical absorption properties, blah, 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 blah. Same with that window there, because windows are major points of reflection. They are horrible. They are absolutely disgustingly prone to reflections, obviously. Hi, me in the reflection. It's been a long day today, but mainly the differences are I'm getting rid of this cheap crap on the wall. I'm doing wood slats to mainly act as diffusion rather than absorption. And then I'm going to put really thick curtains, just like I said, as an absorber where the reflections are most prominent, and that's because of the windows. I get that that window's behind the system, but it's still going to act as a giant reflection because sound bounces off walls and shit. We all know this. At least everybody should. That's just my opinion. But bass response in the room, fucking beautiful. Goes all the way down to 18 hertz. But I would like to go sealed. Mainly because ported sounds a bit sloppy on the transients. I don't know why. I wonder why, because it's a fucking port. It resonates. Sealed is a acoustic suspension. It's more controlled on the cone. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I don't mean to, sound like an ass, but it's just common knowledge. Sealed sounds better. Ported gets louder and can still sound just as good as a sealed box. But in my personal opinion, the best enclosure is a horn enclosure. But that does not matter because who the fuck is going to be able to fit a horn enclosure in a bedroom like this? Nobody. Unless you're insane and you dedicate the whole room to just PA speakers. I don't know. You might be insane like old me. I used to have 615s in here on 8,000 watts and fry the fucking breaker. But now, I'm going hi-fi. Trying to. My initial upgrade is going to be 812s. 4 sealed on this side, 4 sealed on that side, single box, each corner. All sealed. Just every single one sealed. And I'm going to double up on power because we want that extra headroom. Because you don't need that much power for your mids and highs, but it is nice to have a bit of headroom, so that's why I have the QSC GX3. It is a Class B, it's prone to crossover distortion, but who gives a shit? It's what I have right now. I'm going to get an XLI 800 for the top 2 and use the Rockville RPA 16? It's a good amp for the price. It's great for subs, don't use it for anything else. It has really bad harmonic distortion, really high noise floor, whatever you can think of. Other than that, thanks for listening to the demo. Hopefully you thought it was good. If I get to read the comments, if anybody fucking watches this, I will do song demos if you want. And hopefully later down the road, if all this shit gets popular on this channel, I will be happy to set up stereo microphones. Maybe a couple Neumann pencil condensers or Lewitt and do an EQ calibration on them to make them completely flat so it's as accurate as possible. Whew. I don't usually talk this much. Anyways, if you got a recommendation, shoot it down in the comments. That's all I can say. Other than that, have a good night. Peace out, gangster.